Gold Invest. Explore opportunity.
Welcome everybody to the latest Gold Invest interview. We're talking to Deepak Varshney once again today, CEO of Formation Metals, FOMO on the CSE, which is exploring the N2 Gold project and just reached a major milestone. Welcome, Deepak.
Thanks for having me.
Deepak, great times, because the last time I think the N2 project was drilled was back in 2008 by Agnico Eagle.
Right.
But then the gold price was 800 and now it's 3,750 or thereabouts. So yeah. I guess the team must be really happy that the drill permits for N2 came in, right?
Well, that's it, right? I mean, I think one of the coolest things about this project is the timing, right? We're fortunate to acquire this early in the year when gold was at 3,000, not even 3,000. And the timing is perfect for a project like this. Open pitable, big deposit, multi-kilometer strike, gold everywhere, shallow, check jurisdiction, check everything checked. So excited to get to work.
And now the last box was checked too to get working, which was the permits, provincial permits. And I just saw you started drilling right away. I guess everything was ready. The money's there for this part of the drill program.
That's it. And so what happened was we needed to give an extra 30 days for consultation. And so we went through the process. We're good neighbors. We work with all the authorities, with the First Nations. We make sure that we're good partners. And so as soon as we got the green light, we got to work. And look, we've raised over $5 million. We got almost $6 million for budget for exploration next year and this year. We got to get to spending the money right away.
Yeah, in the ground preferably. That's right.
Well, in the ground, baby. We're going to drill. Look, we should be able to drill, I would say, comfortably. We've planned 20,000 meters of the project because we want to dream big. It's 55,000 meters drilled historically. So 20,000 meters will really bring this historical resource, 900,000 ounces, I think, to the modern world, but also give us a lot of flexibility to go out and expand on the resource. And so we plan 20,000 meters. We should be able to comfortably drill 15,000 meters, I would say. And that doesn't include also all the other work we want to do on the site. There's a huge baseball potential here. So we have a bunch of property-wide geophysics plans, soils plans. This is a polymetallic deposit. It's not just gold. And so now with this budget and permits in hand, we can get to work and we are not going to stop. So that's what the money's for.
Okay, great to hear that. But how long will it take to get to the 15,000? That will be quite a while, I guess. You'll be busy drilling. For investors, perhaps the much more important timeline is when can we expect first results back from the lab?
Yeah, definitely within the quarter, right? I guess next quarter, because the quarter ends in 6 days. Québec is a wonderful jurisdiction. The labs are great. They have really good turnaround. And I would expect November, December for sure. Results start flowing. And again, because we have so much work to be done, the results won't stop flowing. That's the nice thing, right? We're going to have a steady, constant stream of news flow, giving everyone updates on how we're progressing the deposit, how we're building it out. And so it's exciting.
Okay, just to the other part of the question, how long do you think until you've drilled this phase of the program, let's say, the first?
So I would say we should have the first chunk of pilot drilling done here by the end of October, for sure. Probably mid-October, I would say. And really, then we'll take a bit of a break. We'll really get a chance to go review the core and then resume drilling. The way I'm looking at this right now is we want to spend the 15,000 meters as wisely as we can. One of the nicer things about having that kind of budget is when you have a company, look, we started this, when we first started, we were planning a 2,000 to 5,000 meter program. We had planned for 20, but our budget was 2 to 5. And we were fortunate to be able to attract investor attention, raise enough money to really grow and fully fund a program of this size. And what that has allowed us to do is be very strategic. I think that unfortunately, when you have fewer meters, every meter has to be almost short-term focused because you're perpetually raising money. But having the exploration budget we have, we can actually do this project to justice it deserves and needs to grow this to 3 to 5 million ounces. And you're not going to get that by twinning holes. No, so we can actually get out there. That's how we get to 35 million ounces, is spend the 15,000 meters wisely. And that's the nice thing about having this money, right? I think investors, they know that we don't need to raise more money. We have money to go out and explore this project. And really, if you want to buy a stock, buy it out of the market.
Then you already answered one of my questions, which is where do you want to go overall, 3 to 5 million? And we're looking to get there with this program. Bit more in detail. what are you going after with the drill bit?
So there are two zones which we've really fallen in love with. There's 6 different mineralized zones in the property, but the two that I think are real focus for us are the A zone and the RJ zone. So the A zone is your classic, boring, sexy, bulk tonnage, gold. Look, 84% of the holes came back mineralized with gold. That's an amazing hit rate when you go out and you drill and you know that you're going to find gold. And so this delivered just over 520,000 ounces at 1.5 grams from the surface. That was over 15,000 meters on 1.5 kilometer of strike. Look, we have over 3 kilometers of strike here to still drill out. And so not that gold of geology is that simple, but fact is, this is a multi-kilometer system. It's relatively predictable. Now we've seen the gold widely disseminated. And so for us, this is a big focus and a big way we're going to get to that 3 million ounce target, because we can grow this 500,000 ounces and double it and triple it. We're already halfway to the goal from this very specific zone, right? The RJ zone drilled had just under 1 kilometer of strike drilled, over 5 kilometers strike to go. And that is our high grade zone. Again, like it delivered 100,000 ounces, but what was exciting, this was like Nico was actually focusing on in 2008, and gold was 800, was the high grade veins here, right? So we've got 50 grams over 1 meter, 48 over 2 meters, 16.5 over 3 meters. So these are high grade veins. And I think this is a very nice complement to our bulk tonnage target. And so these two are the focus. We'll be working in the central zone, the RJ East, and those zones. But these two really, I think, are going to drive the value creation for formation.
Okay, great. That's what we want to hear, because for disclosure, we're shareholders too. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that you get the work done and get the results we need. And of course, then, especially in an environment like this, not only the deposit should increase in size, but hopefully the market cap should go up too. And which we would, of course, all.
Well, the beautiful thing I think about this project is when they worked on the property historically, use a cutoff of 0.5 gram because of how high or how low the gold price is, right? Mm-hmm. And one thing for a fact is because we're in Québec, because of where we're located in the Abitibi, we had a past producing mine literally in 2019. This is an area where the economics really work in our favor. The jurisdiction works in our favor. I think you're seeing cutoffs as low as 0.25 grams in some of these assessments out there right now. So the gold price is really working to make this deposit. Look, we're aiming for 3 to 5 million, but I think we'll be economic below that. So that's my belief, and we'll work on that.
Okay. Great to hear that, and great closing remark. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Take care.